Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're getting into a topic that I think is on a lot of people's minds. Manifesting a soulmate.
Definitely a popular one.
And we're using a specific guide as our source today, called Manifesting Your Soulmate, a step-by-step guide. Pretty straightforward title.
Yep. Tells you what it is.
Our mission really is to unpack the steps it lays out, look at the ideas behind them, and just see, what it's all about.
Exactly. And this guide really puts the focus on you, doesn't it?
It does.
Suggesting your intentions, your energy are actually key players in finding love.
Which leads to that big question the source kind of poses. Could you, yourself, be the main factor?
It really leans into the power of intention, energy, maybe even the universe playing a role. That's what we're digging into.
Okay, so let's dive in. The guy kicks off with, well, a personal story from the author.
Right, not us, the person who wrote the source material.
Yeah, and they talk about being single, feeling really frustrated, just not finding that connection. And then they apparently stumbled upon this whole manifestation concept.
And the claim is, within about 6 months, boom, soulmate found.
That's his story, yeah.
But what's interesting is why they say it changed. The guide emphasizes it wasn't about changing jobs or cities or anything external like that.
Right, it was internal.
Exactly. A shift in energy is how they put it. Getting really, really clear on what they wanted in a partner.
And letting go of that desperate feeling. That seems key.
It does, letting go of the desperation. It makes you wonder, is that internal shift more powerful than we think?
It definitely gives you pause.
Yeah.
And it connects directly to this core idea in the guide about the universe and energy.
Yes, the energy piece.
The fundamental idea presented is that the universe, well, it responds.
Yeah.
It responds to the dominant energy you're putting out.
So the thinking goes, if you're constantly focused on not having love, on the lack of it.
You might just keep getting more experiences that feel like.
Right. The guide uses the phrase, vibrating from a place of lack attracts more lack. Now, obviously, universal energy isn't something science has pinned down.
True.
But maybe we can think of this energy as, your mindset, your self-belief, how you carry yourself.
That makes sense. And that definitely impacts how you interact with people, right?
Yeah.
And maybe what opportunities you even notice.
Undeniably. So with that framework, the guide then offers this 4-step process.
Okay, step 1, getting crystal clear.
And this isn't just like a casual wish list in your head.
No, it's specific. The instruction is get a journal, sit down, and write out the details. Really detailed.
What kind of details are we talking about?
More than just looks or job. It's about core values, how you want that person to make you feel specifically.
The feeling part. That's important.
And the type of relationship dynamic you're actually looking for.
It's really pushing for deep reflection there, the intentionality. Putting it down on paper, getting that granular, well, psychologically, that helps clarify your own needs too, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Makes you more aware of what compatibility actually looks like for you.
The guide really hammers this home. The more specific, the better. Like, this clarity is the foundation.
Okay, so you've got your clarity. Step 2 builds on that. It's called embodying the energy.
Embodying the energy. Sounds a bit, maybe.
A little bit act as if, perhaps. The idea is to start acting, feeling, behaving as if your soulmate is already part of your life.
Okay, how? What are the examples?
Things like maybe taking a bit more care in how you present yourself, feeling good about yourself.
Dressing as if you're already in love, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Or starting hobbies you imagine doing together.
Yeah.
And it even suggests, like, literally making space.
Physical space.
Yeah, clearing a drawer, leaving some room on a shelf, tangible actions.
Interesting. So it's not necessarily about attracting them with an empty drawer, but more about shifting your own internal state.
That seems to be the logic. Moving from focusing on missing to feeling ready, anticipatory.
Priming yourself for connection.
Right. And a crucial part of this step, the guide stresses, is letting go of the when.
Detachment from the outcome. Or at least the timing.
Exactly. Embody the feeling. Don't obsess over the calendar.
Which flows right into step 3, doesn't it? Releasing resistance and letting go.
It does. And the guide flags this one. Potentially the hardest step, but also the most crucial.
Letting go of control.
Yeah.
Trusting the process.
The warning is that anxiety, doubt, constantly wondering, is this it? That stuff can actually block things, according to the guide.
Yeah, that resistance. It can feel abstract, though, letting go. It doesn't mean just sitting back and doing nothing, right?
No, not giving up. More like relinquishing the need to force it, to micromanage how or when your partner shows up.
So worry and lack of trust are seen as creating this counterproductive energy.
That's the idea presented. Like you're pushing away what you want by worrying so much about it. It requires some faith in the process, even if nothing's happening yet.
So what does that resistance look like, and how do you actually do the letting go part?
Well, the guide mentions things like, overanalyzing every single date or interaction.
Getting really discouraged easily.
Yeah, or clinging to hurts from past relationships, that kind of thing.
Okay. And the how?
It suggests practical things, mindfulness, meditation maybe, focusing on gratitude for what's already good in your life.
Shifting focus from lack to, well, appreciating what you have.
Right.
Cultivating trust.
Exactly. And that sets up step 4 nicely, taking inspired action.
Right, because it's not just about thinking positive thoughts.
No, the guide is clear on that. Manifestation isn't passive wishing. You have to participate.
So inspired action, what does that mean in practice?
It means aligning your actions with your intention. Saying yes to opportunities, invitations,
Putting yourself out there.
going to places where your ideal partner might actually hang out, being open to meeting people in unexpected ways.
So it connects the internal work, the clarity, the energy, the letting go with actual real-world behavior.
Precisely. It's not just random action, but action that feels aligned, following your intuition, maybe.
Being proactive, but from a place of trust, not desperation. You've got to be in it to win it, so to speak.
Yeah. And to make this more concrete, the guide includes a success story, someone named Sarah.
Ah, the anecdote.
Apparently, Sarah did these steps, got super clear, even visualized meeting someone in a specific coffee shop.
Okay.
And the story goes, 3 months later, she meets her now fiancé
Let me guess.
at that exact coffee shop.
Wow. Okay, those stories are powerful, right? They make it feel possible.
And they do. Of course, we have to remember, anecdotes are just the individual stories. Results aren't guaranteed for everyone.
Absolutely. It's one person's experience as reported in the source, but it serves to illustrate the potential outcome the guide is selling. It gives a tangible example.
So let's recap the core steps from this guide for you, the listener, if you're thinking about this. First,
Get crystal clear. Know what you really want. Values, feelings, the whole picture.
second, embody that energy. Start feeling and acting as if that love is already part of your reality.
Third, and this is a big one, release that resistance. Let go of doubt, anxiety, the need to control it all. Trust.
And fourth, take inspired action. Show up in the world, say yes, be open.
And the thread tying it all together is this idea of intention and mindset having real power.
Right. The guide's whole premise is that you can shift from a passively waiting for love to actively co-creating it through your focus and energy.
It reframes the search, really, from something happening to you to something you participate in.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into manifesting your soulmate, maybe something to reflect on is, which of these steps, if any, kind of clicks with you right now?
Yeah, what resonates? And just considering how might consciously shifting your own energy or intention, even slightly, influence your experiences around relationships going forward.
Definitely some food for thought there.